All right, so now we're recording. I'm going to be doing something a little different than what I'm used to. I haven't streamed on Twitch in a long time. I'm going to try to do something a little consistent, but we'll see how long that lasts. I burn out pretty quickly. Um, so I'm working on this Minecraft server for a Discord community called Overseasons. In the chat, there we go. So that's the current link for it in the chat. I've been working on this for a little while, and we're gonna open a Minecraft server soon, which is really exciting, but it's a lot of effort that's gone into it. So if I, that, there we go. So here's the stream. This is the Minecraft server that we've been working on. It'll be opening tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, but we have a little bit of stuff to do. For example, there were some NPCs and stuff around, but they're not working right now, so I need to fix them. We did a little building the other day on a build server, so that needs to come over here. So if I do /send me to that server, here's where we were. We did a little building here yesterday. We need to finalize that. This is fine. Okay. These will have to get broken. That's fine. Okay. So /send. Actually, I can just do /hub. Okay, that should send me back to the hub. But this isn't perfect, so we need to do a little work here. So if I disconnect from the Minecraft server and I exit full screen, I have a terminal over here. And if I want to turn on my VPN, there we go. I can do SSH user at the local IP of the server. Actually, step 5. Put in the password. Now I have this. Let me make it a little bigger so you can see. So here's my server, cnc server /subser servers. Okay. Then if I do screen -r sub stop hub build, this should stop our servers. If I run list, hub and hub build are down. Perfect. Okay. So rm -r hub /world cp-r hub build /world hub. Okay. rm-rf hub /plugins /fancy npcs cp-r hub build /plugins fancy npcs. And then hub /plugins. Okay, so that should copy that. Sub start hub build. That should restart the servers. And in the meantime, while we wait for that to happen, I want to verify that it sends me to the right server. And yes, it did. So I'm going to disconnect, screen -r, and we're going to wait for this to finish. That seems to be almost stable. Nope, it's loading plugins. And let's see. It's building a spawn. There we go. And done. Cool. So now if I go here, Send me to the hub. Perfect. That's what I want to see. And our NPC is here. That's correct. If I press tab, that's broken still. That's fine. I don't know why that's broken. That seems like a NPC plugin maybe issue. /gmc, whoops, /lp user parent admin perms. These. There we go. That's a little cleaner. More of this. Much better. Cool. So that's at least in a working state somewhat. /npc. That's fine. No one's on, so that's fine. Slash. Okay. So that's at least done for now. If I disconnect and I reconnect, does it put me in the right thingy mode? No. Gmail /lp user. There we go. Okay. So that part is at least done. Now we've got a couple things to plan for today. We'll check up on the Minecraft server. That's done. Let's see, what else do we want to do? Let's look at RPC and then look at complexity of making RPC plugin. I think that's a good start. There we go. So we worked on the resource pack converter a long time ago. I'm going to lower the audio a little bit. So the resource pack converter, it's a tool that I've been working on for a long time. But so here it is. Yeah, can I? There we go. So this is the resource pack converter. And I've used this for a long time, but there's certain things that I need to do. Like, for example, I'd like to be able to use the library built into this instead of having a standalone application like this is. So this is just an application, and let's look at the console version, for example. It's only two things. It's a options file and a main file. The main file just pulls out the options that we need, and it runs the converter immediately. So what I'd like it to do is this. Mark that as done. So what I'd like to do is create a boilerplate velocity plugin. Get it to host a site with resource packs. That should be the main thing. And what else? It should host a site with resource packs and give the user a resource. Let's do that at first. And after that, auto convert resource packs. Those should be good options for us. So let's focus on creating a velocity plugin. So what do we need for a velocity plugin? Hello, how's it going? It's good for me. How about you? Let's see. Let me open IntelliJ. Yeah, I agree. So let's create a new project. We'll call this I write a lot of software over a long period of time. Right now, I'm looking at my resource pack converter that I've done for over the last 6 or so years, and I'm going to make a plugin for Minecraft that allows me to do that. So it allows me to automatically download and convert resource packs for the user. So RPC velocity, this will be a Maven. We'll use Java. Yeah, we can use that. Well, let's use 17 as a, actually it's fine, I can backtrack it. Com.agent did 127.rpc. Let's do that. Did that work? Maybe not. That. I don't need sample code. There. That worked. Is this being silly again? Usually is. There we go. Or do I want to open it this window? There we go. Okay. So we have this very bare bones thing. What I'll probably need is to open the paper mc.io. Let's go to docs. Let's go to velocity, development, getting started, creating your first plugin. Okay, so we need a build system. So we'll copy this directly. Let's do that. We don't need project because we already have a project. This can tab that way. Okay. So that should be the very basic. I do a lot of different things, so I'm all over the place. I do a lot of back-end stuff, I do a lot of front-end stuff, I do a lot of low-level stuff. I jump all around because my work, I find it fun to kind of learn from how all these things work. So here's my main. I don't need a main per se. I need a refactor, rename, velocity, plugin. Okay. So I need a velocity plugin. So that should do that. If I go to Maven and I reload, that should attempt to download this. Oh, it has a suggested plugin. Sure, I'll do that. And then if I go here, yeah, velocity plugin basics. So you need an app plugin. plugin. ID equals RPC velocity equals 1.0 dash snapshot. Any other options? I think that's good enough. At inject. I think it's that one. Then public velocity plugin. And then what am I doing over here? Proxy server and then logger. And this is ASL4J. Okay, and then, whoops. That's a logger. Then private proxy, private logger. This dot proxy is that. This dot logger is that. At subscribe. Public. Yep. There we go. Event dot. Then we'll say logger dot. Also supposed to initialize. Sure. E dot logger dot warn. Last plugin shut down. So that should be the very basics. We'll clean that up. And then public static velocity plugin. Nope. Yeah, velocity plugin instance, which should let me pull from this. So instance equals this. And then get proxy, get logger. There we go. That should be the very minimum I need to get this working. And then if I go here, and then if I go build, default goal, clean package. What does this want? Ignore that. There we go. And there we go. I do web development a bit, but I don't do much graphic design. Like, the most you'll see is like this. Whoops. Yeah, like I've done some pictures there, but there's some other stuff here and there. So it's all over the place. Let's see. I have this. Now if I reload, that should let me build. And if this builds correctly, that should be good. And then I need to get a development server. Perfect. So that built. So if I want to get a development server, what do I need? I probably need to download Velocity. So if I go to PaperMC, oops. Let's see. Software Velocity. Let's download the latest. And then I probably need a backend server just to connect to. Doesn't matter what it is. I'll just use Paper because it's right here. Yeah, we'll do that. There we go. And then I have the servers. So if I minimize this, I'll minimize this. New folder, dev.server. Let's make a new folder, call this Velocity. We'll make a second new folder and call this Paper. Then from my downloads, where's it? Paper goes to Paper. Velocity goes to Velocity. that's good. Now I open a terminal, cd desktop / dev server / velocity, nano start.sh, I guess. Then what I can do is, do I have bash? I do. Bin / bash echo test chmod plus x start. Cool. It's in the right location. So then I do java -jar velocity jar, and then move velocity to velocity .jar. If I start that, that should start up a velocity server. Good. cd paper. Then move paper to paper.jar, nano start.sh, bin / bash, and then java -jar paper. chmod plus x start.sh start. There we go. I should start that, should patch it, get everything going. Just got to deal with obfuscation, but that's fine. It doesn't have a EULA, that's okay. Nano EULA. I'll say I agree to Minecraft. Start that. I don't have to worry about plugins or anything, which is good. Ooh, I don't want that. This will stop the server. We can. This is going to build. Okay. That should work. And then rm paper. No, I don't want to do that. Nano server.properties. Let's change my port 25566. We'll change that. Server.port 25566 0.0.0.0. Okay. Nano start.sh. We'll do no GUI. That should start it. That's good. Stop. Nano server.properties. Respond line mode. Allow nether. We'll say it's false. Difficulty easy. That's fine. Able command block. We'll say true, but it doesn't really matter. Enforce whitelist. That's fine. Game mode survival. Online mode is false. Nano spigot.yml. Where's Bungie? Bungie query. True. We'll start that. And then we'll create a new window. And we will cp, what did I call this? RP C velocity slash target slash that to desktop slash dev server slash velocity plugins. Okay. And then cd dev ser desktop slash dev server slash velocity. We'll start that. Perfect. And the plugin did initialize. To verify, let's open up an instance of Minecraft. Open instance, multiplayer, we'll do that. Whoops, that's the wrong server. Local host. And it failed because there's no lobby server. That's fine. We will end that. Nano velocity.toml. Scroll down, all that doesn't matter. Lobby, we'll delete those. 25566. Restart, whoops. Nano velocity. Servers, try lobby. Oops. Where is it? Where's my force host? There it is. Delete those. Start that. There we go. And if you wish to use IP forwarding, please enable it in your bungee cord config as well. Shoot. Stop. Nano. Oh, IP forwarding. It's not bungee cord, it's velocity. Nano velocity.toml. Linode. Forward IPs. Start that. It's going to attempt to join a server that doesn't start. We'll restart the server. And preparing the world. That's done. If I join, it should have me on the server. If I load, there we go. And if I just do that, perfect. That works. We'll disconnect. We will stop this. We'll end this. And we will go back to IntelliJ. So we go here. Looking at our notes, we have done this. Let's change this instead of the hosting. We'll do that later. So let's give the user a resource pack. So the way we want to do this is with a configuration of some sort. So let's create a new package config. Then Java class config. Then we should make a new Java class pack config. Then we should have a private string server, private string pack, public pack config, this dot server equals lobby, this dot pack is equal to nothing. Then we'll get the pack, get the server. We can set the pack and set the server. That's good. And then for the config, we'll have a list of pack configs. For packs. We'll import this as a Java util list, and then public config this dot packs new array list, get packs, set packs. Okay, that's our basic config. Realistically, if we want to do something with this, we need some sort of configuration tool. I'm going to copy this from here. This will only load. Here's my util. Nope, that's not it. Util. Load YAML. And that should store YAML. Okay. Copy. Then I will make a new Java class called this util. Paste that. Okay. Then when we initialize, we should have a private config. Okay. So on the initialization, then we need a private. How did I do this here? How did I get the config directory? That's the identifier. Config path. Okay, we'll copy this. Slash. We'll do that. And then, let's see. And then what does my load config do if there is none? If it doesn't exist, return null. So we can do this. Then, so config is equal to util dot load YAML config. That would be paths dot get config path config dot YAML config dot class. Oh, it's a string. That's even better. Okay. Then if config is null, then config is equal to new config. And then util dot store that. Nope, not load. Util dot store YAML config. There we go. And then I'm going to break this out into another function. Public void reload config. And then reload config. And then logger.info config that, and then at override public toString string out is equal to that. N for out plus equals pack plus tactic at pack plus comma server equals pack to get server plus that, and comma, and then out plus equals that. N and then return out. Okay. We can do that. We'll do that. That should build. Then we create a third terminal, which should cp rpc velocity/target/rpc velocity to desktop/dev server/velocity/plugins rm desktop/dev server velocity plugins/r. Let me copy that. End. Oh, that's ended already. So we'll start that. And that's loaded. So we'll try to join. Not connect to lobby. That's because lobby is down. Let's end this. Start that. The config is empty. That's expected. So because of that, we'll say add pack string server string pack dot pack config. Let's go to new pack config. Set server. Set pack config dot get packs dot add pack config util dot store YAML config config path config dot yml config. We'll do that. Public void remove pack string server. Dot remove if pack dot get server equals that. Then util.store YAML config path config.yml config. We'll do that. Reload config, and then we'll add a pack for lobby. I am bad. So we'll do that. We'll build. Remove. And when that builds, we'll copy it. We'll end. Start. Server is lobby. Pack is I am bad. Perfect. Then that's exactly what we want. So this is creating a config file with the pack and that. So now if we end this, cat plugins / RPC velocity / config. What does this look like? Okay, that works. Okay, so that works. How did I do commands over here? I would have used icar. So we'll copy that, go to our POM, add this as a dependency. And if I had repositories, I pulled from that. So that should be fine then. If I reload, oh wait, this isn't a parent actually. Go to icar, actually that's probably fine. That goes there. Did I pull from icar at all? No. Here we go. Let's look at a basic command I have. Sure. Copy. Let's create a new package. Commands. New RPC command. We'll move those. Move that. Move those. Change that as RPC command. We will sync the project. Do that. Copy that. And we'll change that to RPC. Say sender dot send message legacy sorry legacy. So we'll do that. RPC plugin v. And then we'll create a new call it constants public static that. We'll do that. And we'll change velocity plugin. Instead of version, this will be constants.version. Command. Just go into constants.version. And that should reload. RPC command, and then how am I loading them? Velocity plugin. I'm using a command manager. Copy. Then we'll go here. Register command, new RPC command. So do that. And then we'll have a pack command, rpack info, I guess we can do as a default. And then for pack config, pack in velocity plugin dot instance dot, I don't have a get config. Cool. Jeez, I scared the heck out of myself by dropping my phone. So we'll go here. Let's say get config. Okay, tax. Sender dot send message, legacy component serializers dot legacy ampersand dot deserialize. MB 12 name, change it to server plus pack.get server plus pack.get pack. And we can do this kind of like a YAML list, I guess. Then change this permission to rpc.pack. This is the command add. String server, string pack. Add. String server, string pack. So add pack. And we'll say velocity plugin dot instance dot add pack server pack dot instance dot, yeah, we can do that. And then sender dot send message, legacy component serializers dot legacy ampersand dot deserialize, we go. Public void remove pack. Remove it from the server. Add command permission, rpc.pack. Add subcommand remove. Then remove pack server sender dot send message legacy component serializers dot legacy ampersand serialized. There we go. Then at subcommand download public void download command source sender, and then sender dot send message legacy component serialized MB, actually NC, not implemented. We'll do that. And let's see. Velocity plugin. Command manager dot register command. New pack command. We'll do that. Build. We'll minify this. Here we will remove that. Copy that. And we will, start. Apparently there's a bug. Can't create plugin. Why? Why is this? Declare constructor. Okay. So why is that? Velocity command manager. Register command. Server this. Oh. Wait, that's the wrong thing. Register command, proxy this. And that failed. Why? No class def found, co-icar commands, base command. That's ACF. Oh, because I got to remap it. com.agent7.rpc.locales. com.rpc.acf. Then we'll do that. Let's retry that. What's the error? There is no error. Cool. Then this is closed, right? End. Remove that. Copy that. restart. Loaded. That loaded. That's our pack. I don't have any permissions. I need to give myself permission somehow. I need luck perms. So if I get let's go down here. I want it for a velocity. I apparently already have it. So if I go to CP download slash to desktops dev server slash plugins. Velocity plugins. Remove. Copy that. Whoops. Okay. End. We'll restart. It's loading. Retry. There we go. Signing. Cool. LPV user Asian 227 parent. Nope, not parent. Permission set. Pack, add, okay. Slash RPC reload, pack, add, lobby, test, server lobby, pack test, pack root, slash RPC reload. Reload the config, and I get that. It's still there. Cool. Pack, remove lobby. Okay. So that works. And now I just need to get a link to a resource pack. So github.com/. Let's go to, sure, we can do that. Minecraft texture packs. Actually, I can just do that one. Resource packs. Let's pick solid honey. No. That. Pink end rods. Change that. And black nether bricks, sure. actually won't work. Where was I looking recently? Fine. We'll go here then. Let's go to texture packs. Let's find something that works. Sure. That one they're charging for. Let's go here. Continue. Downloads. Copy link address. Sure. Info. Okay. Why am I hearing something? Oh, that's why. There we go. Okay, so that should add that as a pack. Disconnect, and then we'll need to give the user the pack. Oh, one thing we will need is the version, but that's fine. Let's go to config. Nope, that's not it. It's here. It's config. If we go here, pack config, private string version. This dot version equals 1.21.4. Get version, set version. That, and then we'll want a new package. Listeners. Then Java class server join listener. And then if we go back here, we'll go to paper documentation. We'll go to velocity. Let's go to development, API, working with events, that's fine. Where's the Java doc? Java doc, perfect. Event.player. Server post connect event. Let's see. That could work. So we go back here. Okay. That's not it. It's this. At subscribe public void on join server post connect event. velocity plugin dot instance dot get config dot get packs dot for each pack if pack dot get server dot equals event dot get player dot get current server dot get name, then event dot get player dot what's something we can give them? Send resource pack dot builder new resource pack info give user resource pack velocity. I used to do this with a different thing. Okay. Nope, that's not it. It's this. Velocity. How do we give them? Pack info builder. Proxy.create resource pack builder. Let's see. Velocity plugin dot instance get proxy dot create dot get pack. Dot build. Mac stuff. Blech. Event dot get player dot clear resource packs. Then we'll send them the offer for the new one. Okay. We'll try that. On join server. And then how do we offer them, the listeners? Velocity plugin. Server to get an event manager that register. Does this have anything? No. Proxy.get. Event manager.register. Then we register how? With plugin and then the listener. This new server join listener. We'll try that. We'll go here. Remove the resource pack converter. And we'll copy that over. We'll end the server. And we'll start. Tries that. That did nothing. That's not what I expected to see. That's a plugin stuff. I don't want that. Send resource pack velocity code. Oops. Send resource pack URL. Oh, send resource pack offer. How do you do this? Resource pack info. Proxy server dot. Resource pack builder. Okay. string is the URL. Let's try that. Aha. Did that work? Yes, it did. That's amazing. Disconnect. That should go back to the default. Perfect. And then it should add the pack when I join. / pack move lobby. Then if I disconnect and I reconnect, it should do nothing. Yes. If I add it, that should download and it should load it. Perfect. So that's what I expect to see. That's what I expect to see. And then pack info. Let me go here. I'm going to change some of this. So where my config is printing. Let's change it to at override public string to string return plus get pack server is get server plus comma version is get version. We'll do that. And config, this should change to out plus equals that to plus pack dot toString plus comma \n. Oops. We'll do that. We'll do, yep, that's good. Config is that comma-n. That's good. And then pack command add string version Then what we should do in pack config, nope, it's in velocity plugin, add pack string version, pack config dot set version. We'll do that to start. We'll go here. We will end that server. We will remove the old one. We will copy the new plugin. We'll restart the server. We'll do that. Reload. Okay, that works. And then what we should do here is if pack.getVersion.equals event.getPlayer.get protocol version dot Get fine. Get protocol version, and then we'll change the version to an int. Or what I can do actually is I'll pull in from that. I'll pull in the resource pack converter anyways. So jit pack.io agent did 127/resource pack converter. We'll get that. And we'll use Maven. This will add this repository. We'll get that, and what's the resource pack converter? Resource pack converter, and then we'll use, instead of applications, we'll use conversions. That's not it. It's it's this. Shouldn't be in paperMC. Should be in Jetpack. Fine, we'll do commits. Copy that. That's not it. It's this one. I can close that. Let's try that. Okay, so that should download the resource pack converter. Then when we join them, if the protocol version dot equals util dot get version util.get version protocol. I'll need a JSON, so we'll get a private final JSON. This dot JSON builder dot, is that pretty printing that create. Get JSON. Where should velocity plugin.get instance. I get JSON, and then pack.get version. If it is the same version, then we do it. Whoops. If their protocol version, instead of dot equal, this will do is equal util to get version protocol. Oh, dot get protocol. Then we do that. We do that. Okay. So we'll build that. Then we will remove, we'll copy it over, we'll end this connection, restart. I don't have a protocol version for this, do I? Of course. Branches, let's call this. And then let's change our version to this one then. Did that work? Yes, that worked. Cool. So if we build with this version, then we go here, we remove, we copy, we end, we restart. Whoops, we restart. Downloaded it. And perfect, that worked. So that's good. We have a pack that's given to us by random, just by a config, so /pack info. There's our download. That's good. So now we got to figure out, how do we get a web server to run? Java HTTP server. It's using the sun.net. Okay. Actually, you know what? I think this is a very good stopping point before we get to the difficult stuff. So we'll stop right here. We'll just clean up our code and get it done. And then we'll do that from there. So this is our Velocity plugin. Configure. That's self-explanatory. That's self-explanatory. What we'll do is we'll keep that there. Let's put that up. This can be grouped together. That can be brought back there. Velocity plugin. Proxy server. Logger. Initialize plugin. Initialize event if configuration fails. Let's see. We should do is Control X. We're gonna go to constants, public, static, final string name is equal to that. Equals constants dot name. This will instead say constants dot name plus initialize. Then we'll reload, and log the config, events, commands, add a pack configuration server to give the user the pack to give the user version of the pack. There is an exception if configuration changes fail. So we should do that. Removes all packs from a user from a server. Server to remove packs from. If configuration fails, reloads the configuration. If reload fails, try to do it normally. If no config, generate new one. Runs when the proxy closes. Then we'll constants dot name plus shutdown. Turns the config gets proxy. The proxy gets the JSON. JSON gets the logger. Logger. And that's it. We'll do that. Util stores the YAML configuration directory, configuration file, data to store, type of data to store. If storage fails, we'll redo this. Loads a YAML configuration file, configuration directory, config file, class of config, returns the config object, type of config, if configuration fails. Plugin name, plugin version, remove that. Server join listener gives the user a pack on join. The join event, iterate through all packs. If we are on the right server, give them the pack. If the version is native, give it directly. Then to do convert automatically and give convert automatically and give pack. Single pack configuration. Constructor generates a default pack. Get version. Return version. Version, pack version, gets the pack URL, gets the server name, sets the pack URL, new URL, sets the server name, prints object as a string object. Let's move set server to be right in front of that. Let's move set pack to be in front of get pack. I'll move set version in front of get version. what's the order they have this in? Server pack version. So we'll move version to the bottom. We'll move server in front of pack. Yep. Pack config, then we'll go to config. Main configuration file. All packs. Gets the packs. Sets packs to a new pack config. Return the packs. Do that. RPC command. Move that. Move that. Returns info about the plugin. Command. Reloads the plugin's configuration. Command sender if configuration fails. That should not be that. That should be C. Dot reload. Then pack command. Download a pack. Get the get all. That should work. Print pack header. Print all pack info. Plus version. Add a pack to the config. Command sender server name pack URL version. There's IO exception if configuration fails. Remove all packs from a server. Command sender server name. There was IO exception if configuration fails. This one's pretty self-explanatory. There we go. So now we will go git init, git branch dash m main, and we will add a git ignore is fine. New readme.md. We'll call this RPC plugin. This is a plugin that gives users on a velocity proxy a resource pack and automatically converts it for the user. Sure. Git commit dash m. Okay, so we'll do that. Initial commit. We'll do that. And then we'll create a resource. We'll go here. Whoops. So we will update this. We will create a new one called gives users resource packs on velocity. Make this public. Create that. Git remote, add origin. Git push dash u origin main. We'll do that. Note, this is very much in the early stages of development. Currently, it allows you to give it a resource pack and download. It only if you are on the correct version. Usage. RPC. Get this information about the plugin. RPC reload. Reloads configuration / pack list. Lists all resource packs. Pack info. Adds a resource. No, what are the commands? Oh, I closed Minecraft, darn. Pack command. We have info, add, and remove. All packs on the server. Pack add. We'll say server name. Pack URL. Pack version. Adds a resource pack. Move. Removes all resource packs from the server. Git add dash a, git commit dash m. Update readme, git push. Cool. So I think that is all we need to do. This means that everything that we wanted to do is done. Nothing more for today. What I'd like to do next time is figure out how we're going to host the packs and how we're going to automatically convert them. But other than that, that's it. That's all we have to do. So in that case, I think I'm going to call this a stream. The stream done. It's 8 or so minutes early, but that's fine. I think that's plenty for what we need to do. So, all right. I'll see ya. Bye.